welcome back to another episode of Cheers to Health. Again, you got the one, the only, Brian Badman Torres. And of course, got to
Nice
have
name.
my co host, AJ, Little Man, Kick and Wang, Tomlinson. And of course, Omar, the weakest man, Torres. And
Calm down, dude.
special guest today is Mr. Kiernan, Mr. Glynn. How we doing, buddy? Good to have you on.
Good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So, welcome to Cheers to Health. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. Cheers.
There we go. Cheers.
Yeah. I'm the same way. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
Also got the Torres Fitness right there.
Yes,
There you
sir.
go.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
There you go.
Awesome.
What got you into fitness? Like growing up, were you active in sports and stuff, and then from there on. So hit us with it.
All right. Let's see. What got me into fitness? I would say my earliest influence. I'll go through some years here even. My earliest influences, I'd probably say 7 or 8 when I started watching wrestling.
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah.
would say
Heck
like
yeah.
Drive both of these guys.
honestly, man, like seeing guys like Triple H, The Rock, Kane
Stone
was always
Cold
my
Steve
favorite.
Austin.
Yeah, Stone Cold, of course.
Yeah.
Like those guys, man. I'm like, I mean, obviously you've seen the muscles and stuff, so I'm like, I want to get like that.
Right.
And even a couple years after that, I started watching like Rocky movies. And obviously, it's like as cheesy as it sounds, man. Those scenes like got me going, and me and my sister, we used to do like something we called like the Rocky workout. We'd be sitting there doing push-ups and sit-ups in like our living room and all that, and putting on Rocky.
That's funny.
Get on top of the.
Exactly. Oh yeah. And then probably once I got to high school, freshman year, I had a weight training teacher. Honestly, I still have him on Facebook and stuff today. He's a big influence on just getting me to start weightlifting. His name was Morgs. Well, his name was Steve Morgenthaler, but we all called him Morgs. He basically showed me like the real, like, I would just put it like basic like power lifts. Did a little bit of like Olympic lifting. And honestly, it was a real like basic program, but man, the amount of gains I made in those years, it was, and some of it I still follow today, like the bench. I still do all that, the squat, incline, deadlift. Like he showed me how to do all that stuff. So yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
And then I would say in high school, I played football. Did basketball for a couple of years, baseball for a year, and then ran track for 3 years too. So yeah,
pretty active.
Yeah, I was always big into sports. And I'll say another one of my influences was you guys know who Jack LaLanne is?
Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack LaLanne was they call him the Godfather of fitness. He kind of was like popular in like 1950s, kind of westernized exercise and stuff in America. Guy, if you have time, look up some of his feats. I'm going to leave some of these out, but I was always like curious with that guy because I'll circle back to him in a second. But when I was a kid, I hated vegetables, anything outside of like corn, potatoes, anything like that. Hated vegetables. So what my mom would do, she would honestly, she was a little ahead of her time for being in like the 90s and stuff, but she had a power juicer. So Jack LaLanne was popular for bringing like the power juicer and like juicing your vegetables, juicing all that stuff. So then I started learning about who he was. And this guy, like when he was even like 70 years old, he would row with boats and stuff. Like when he was swimming, he would have people like on him, like in boats, like rowing the Golden Gate Bridge, doing like crazy feats. Like he outlifted like Prime Arnold, all that stuff. So if you have time, look up Jack LaLanne.
That's crazy. Yeah, I never heard of that guy.
Yeah, definitely. He lived till he was 96. And the only reason he died is he wouldn't go to the doctor. He was literally working out to the day he died. Yeah, I think he had like pneumonia or something when he died.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
look him
crazy.
up though. He's got some crazy feats of strength
Yeah,
for being
no,
like
that's cool.
pretty regular looking guy. Like, I mean, you can tell the dude was in great shape, but like,
Yeah.
he was definitely probably not enhanced.
So whenever you were lifting, was this like your coach, or was it just like the strength coach in your school?
Oh, he did coach, but by the time I got to that school, he was like already. I remember the first day that I was told to go talk to him. Like my actual football coach told me, go look for the guy who looks like the Hulk with like grayer hair. But by the time I was there, he wasn't coaching really anything anymore. He used to be like a
Okay.
wrestling coach. I think he might have coached football too back in the day. But
Okay.
at that point, he was just a weight training teacher there.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he
That's
was
pretty
probably
cool.
already like over 20 years tenured though by that point. So
Yeah. That's
so
funny.
the guy was chilling at that point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he's the one that started you off on these 300-pound bench presses and stuff.
Dude, honestly, yes.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
man. He would
How
always
much you
like
get?
I was gonna say he would always like kind of motivate you. Even today, like when I still post like little videos or something on my Instagram or Facebook, he'll still comment underneath and like those videos.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome that you still keep in touch and everything.
Oh yeah, there's certain coaches like I still follow and stuff. I mean, they had you guys know coaches do have a big impact on you. So
Absolutely.
For sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So from high school, going through all these sports and stuff like that, there's something I have to also say. This dude's big into 90s music, freaking wrestling. This dude
Oh yeah,
is all about it, and I'm about it. Okay,
love me some
he's always in there
WWE.
jamming out, and he's like, dude, check this out, and it's like some old school like rap or something. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Dude, my
That's
workout
awesome.
playlist is so ridiculous, man. I could have
yeah.
anything from like it could go. I mean, it goes from like rap to metal to like Disney.
Sounds right.
Disney.
Especially you have the kids
Exactly, man.
listening to your stuff. You're gonna have a lot of Bluey, a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of freaking what else? What's the big one? I know in the beginning it was like, what's the shark? What is it?
Oh,
Baby Shark?
Baby Shark.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Dude,
they
that
knew how to
song was
control the Google.
popular, man.
I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, dude, I mean, there's
Jeez.
videos of people doing all that in like the NCAA, like all the stands and stuff, doing all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So after high school, did you continue any sports?
No, I stopped. Honestly, like I feel like I was burnt out too after high school.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, I don't even know how some of these guys be lasting like going from high school to college to pros and stuff, like playing football especially. I'm like, I
Yeah.
played 4 years. I didn't start until I got to high school, and sometimes I'm like, damn, how many concussions did I actually have and stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I think back, I'm like, sometimes my memory ain't that good.
Mm-hmm. It's like that's
Yeah,
what
but
happened. I'll blame it on that.
honestly, I felt burnt out after high school for sure. Um, then I kept lifting though. I kind of kept my same lifting regime and stuff after that. Continue to try to like manipulate my weights and all that stuff. Try to keep gaining strength. I mean,
Keep
obviously,
moving up.
strength's always usually my goal. So that was
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
continued that throughout college. In college, I was studying. My first major was physical education, so I started looking like probably for like my first 2.5 years, I was majoring in that. So still continued the exercise path on that, but I didn't know if I wanted to be a teacher or not. And then when I was observing and just some of the the stuff, how they were saying like the direction of PE and stuff's going, like you have to incorporate more readings and all that stuff. And at the time, I didn't want to do it, so I switched up to exercise science, and that's when I
You
ended
wanted
up
to do
getting my
something more like
bachelor's.
interactive. Is
Yeah,
that what your
when
goal
I
was, to be
observed,
more?
though, honestly, when I observed, like, I loved elementary school. Like those kids were like all super engaged. So if I ever did go back and want to be a teacher or something, I would go back to that age. Like I think middle
There you
school
go.
is the worst, and then
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
school was like their best. But I'm like, man, middle school, these kids probably don't know what the hell is going on with their bodies or anything right now. So,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah,
One of my
Going
good
through all
like
buddies,
those
he's
nobody
a
wants
stages.
to do anything.
gym teacher at the
Mhm.
junior high here in town, and he just says those kids are they're just little shits. They just don't want to listen.
Yeah,
They're too cool to play
exactly.
dodgeball, all that other stuff.
Yep, exactly.
So, but yeah, like
But at
little
Right.
least in
kids,
high
I'm sure they're
school,
just like, hey, throw this ball around. Like, start
Mhm.
slinging it.
Oh, yeah. That's whenever I think I got the most messed up, dude. Was in middle
Was it middle
school,
school?
freaking dodgeball.
Yeah.
Them dudes didn't care. They're like, oh yeah,
I think
let's go
when I was
in. I had
observing
glasses
that,
on.
they were starting to outlaw dodgeball, or it was like they were getting around it by calling it something else. Like,
Yeah, they couldn't call
Oh.
it dodgeball anymore for a while. You
Like, one of
couldn't
them was
use
like
like the
Bob-
plastic red balls.
Oh no.
yeah, like like the rubber ball or something. Everything was like
Yeah.
the foam ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the same thing, dude. Got to experience it the same way I did. Broken glasses and all.
Broken glasses and all.
Use
Exactly.
funny.
basketballs as dodgeballs.
So you went from not being so interested in PE to then did you transfer into the exercise physiology part, or how did you kind of get into that position?
Honestly, when I was doing my undergrad, I just wanted to like personal train. But at that point, I was
Yeah.
like, I already got a couple of years under my belt, like in college already. So I'm like, I might as well just finish my bachelor's degree. I don't think I got more
Yeah.
and if I'm being honest, my worst class was probably exercise physiology, which oddly
wow.
Oh, yeah.
enough, which is what I ended up going on to get like my master's in.
Nice.
But when I was in my undergrad, man, like the clinical part was like harder for me. And
Oh well.
yeah, and that honestly, when I did my internship, then like for my bachelor's, it was more. It was at a place called Northwestern Delnor. It was in Geneva, Illinois. It's a real nice suburb, like outside of Chicago. But it was like a post cardiac. Like you get a lot of those patients and stuff in there. And then like we were doing more like our assessments were like strength tests, flexibility tests, like doing other like sort of like tests and stuff with these people. Oh, like every day doing blood pressures on these people all the time. But doing that kind of got me like liking the clinical setting a little bit more than like
Yeah.
the gym setting.
Yeah.
And then like COVID happened and I'm like, no, I do want to get into like clinical stuff. So that's what kind of motivated me to go back and get my master's.
So, what exactly? Like, I tried to do a little bit of research into exercise physiology, but
Yeah.
I'm too little brained for a lot of the big words they were throwing out. So,
Yeah.
on a more simpleton kind of terms, can you like explain what that is?
I would just, in the simplest of terms, I would just say it's a more in-depth anatomy. It's basically
Oh,
kind
okay.
of why the body does what it does. Like as far as like an exercise physiologist, what they do, just think of them like they kind of do like stress testing in like hospitals, writing exercise prescriptions for people in hospitals, and kind of just working with people coming back like cardiac, like kind of like rehab and stuff, rehabbing these people. Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not
Brian,
an exercise physiologist yet, but that's what I want to be.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
After COVID or during COVID, I guess, how did that affect everything with you? So 2020, 2021 time frame?
Let's see, the Y shut down, so like I wasn't working
yeah.
there for a while, yeah. And
that's right.
man, I was doing like odd jobs during that time. Like kind of all the time I kind of do odd jobs in a way, but during that time, I was doing third shift at Amazon. I was doing like what was it, like an 8:45 to like 2 in the morning shift at Amazon all the time, and it wasn't
Oh
too
wow.
bad. Yeah, like I mean, you hear horror stories about Amazon. I mean, I didn't really have a
Yeah.
bad experience.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
most of the
that's right. I remember them
guys
saying like
were chill, and
you had to make sure you told somebody you went to the bathroom and stuff
oh
and all those
yeah,
things.
like yeah, you did have to do that, because like especially like if you were on the line, basically somebody would have to come, and otherwise there would be chaos and the boxes would go all over the place. But certain
Yeah,
positions
that
didn't
makes
have
sense.
to. Like if you were in
Yeah,
there
that makes sense.
scanning stuff, like you can go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense because you got to keep
Yep.
that line rolling. Can't
Yeah,
Were you
stop.
still going
exactly.
to school doing all that, or
I didn't
what?
start going back to school till 21.
Oh,
Like
okay, I
so,
got you. So
yeah.
towards the end of it,
Yep. So
I got you.
August of 21 is when I officially enrolled back in my
Okay.
master's. I ended up finishing in December 22.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but honestly, a
There he
much
is.
better student too. I did a lot better in my master's than I did in bachelor. I found it a lot easier too. Like there's actually classes I was interested in, and I didn't have to take like 2 years of like BS classes. And man, I tell some of the
Yeah.
people the classes I took, they're like, "What the hell? Like, how is that even part of your major?" I'm like, "It's not. It was just like a simple requirement, like an art history class. Like that has nothing to do with exercise science, but I had to take it."
That's weird.
Yeah, but you like
That's
history
really
though, right?
weird.
No, dude, I like history, but
Yep.
man, like I did not do good in art history.
I was gonna say
I
art
like,
history is a
dude, I
whole
like
different
world
deal.
history and like American history and yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
actual. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but I was gonna say actual relevant history. You know?
Yeah, right. But so from that, you're a dad.
Yep.
So, and your wife, she's a psychologist, right? So y'all were both going to school.
She's a clinical social worker, so she's not a
Social worker, okay.
psychologist. Yeah, she's like a
Okay.
therapist. Think of it more.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because
Therapist.
yeah.
So y'all were both going to school, and y'all had some minions, right?
Yep.
How did
So
you
I
how
was
did
getting
you?
my I was like we have a picture with my two daughters. I just graduated from my bachelor's, and my wife graduated from her master's. We're old, but we graduated the same day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah,
Congrats
yeah.
on
Good
that.
trucking, dude.
Thanks.
How did you manage that, man? How were you able to balance everything? You know, kind of keep pushing forward.
Yeah. No, I
Dude,
bet that
like
was crazy.
the first one, like I mean, that's all learning. Like no people can tell you like anything you want, but you won't know how to be a dad until you're in it. And like,
Yeah.
like, are all you guys dads or
No.
Nah,
Nope.
just Omar.
just Omar? Man,
It's
Omar,
Omar.
you can attest to that, man. like people are gonna give you advice and tell you everything, but honestly, you don't know until you're in it. And
Yeah.
sometimes like, because I usually always work night shifts, so that's kind of how me and my wife survived, like doing that stuff. Like we work opposite schedules a lot. And then when we did live in Chicago, like our whole family lives in Chicago. So when the girls were real younger, and like we'd have to go to class or something, sometimes a family member would come out. Even though like we lived about an hour away, because I was at the time going to Northern Illinois. I ended up graduating at Aurora University, which is about half hour outside the city. But anyway, that we would have family come out sometimes and watch them, but a lot of times we would work opposite schedules, so we didn't have to like pay for child watch or anything.
Yep.
And doing that, we look back
expensive.
sometimes, man. We're like, man, like sometimes we're just in survival mode, you know. Like you don't even know at the time, but until you look back, it's like, damn, how the hell did we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could only imagine, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, good thing you had some help. But
Oh,
even
absolutely.
then,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it'd be stressful.
Yeah, and then like 2 years later, we had my second daughter, and I'm like, that one, like, that was easy. We were already in parent mode. So.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys are already used to it. It's like became a
exactly.
little routine,
Exactly. We're like, what's one more, you know?
right?
So
Yeah, so it's
Kiernan, I
gonna
was
be
looking here at Mr. Jack LaLanne, and seen he was pretty much like a pescatarian, I guess you could call it. Eats only
Yeah,
white fish, or not white fish, but white eggs and
yeah.
fish. Is your diet anything like that?
No, not at all.
like, nah.
Honestly, my older daughter is actually a vegetarian though,
Oh, cool.
and but
Oh
I would
wow.
say meat is 90% of my diet.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had dietitians laugh at my diet and stuff. Like when I tell them what I eat, they're like, "Oh, how do you survive on that?" Like, my blood pressure's fine, cholesterol's fine. Like, I get checkups and stuff. Like, I mean, I eat a lot of red meat. I eat a lot of red meat. I eat eggs every morning. Let's see. I eat chicken sometimes. I would say chicken and beef are biggest parts of my diet, and then probably
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty much the
eggs.
same here.
Eggs being a big part.
Yeah.
So try not to eat a lot of bread, but sometimes sandwiches are good.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly. But yeah,
So
Good.
I
Yeah.
now,
I was gonna say by
how,
no means follow Jack LaLanne's diet for sure.
That's what I seen. I was like, what? This guy, he
Yeah.
eats mainly a lot of
No,
fruits and
I love
vegetables.
fish though. I do love fish. I don't make it a lot out here.
Yeah, you and me both.
yeah.
I like it too, but I don't make
Yeah.
it near as much as I would probably need to or want to.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, AJ?
I was gonna ask, like, now, going through your school. So you're a trainer at the Y now with Omar and everything.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing that?
Personal training.
Yeah.
Personal training. I've probably let me think. I would say at least 7 years now. I've been
Oh,
Oh
wow.
doing
wow.
that.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's cool.
I know when I say it like that, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right.
Wasn't even that
We
long
started
ago.
personal
Yeah.
training. I was a junior in high school.
Yeah. Oh,
Junior, sophomore in high school. Yeah.
Hey, little guy,
7 years
calm
ago.
down, bro. You ain't got to rub that in. Dude, get this guy
Seriously,
off.
dude.
Hey, shut
Calm
your...
down. That's when my first was born. 7 years. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when you
That's
started
crazy.
training, Omar?
No, I started training 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever.
What
Yeah,
did
my
you do
second.
before?
Before I was
Male
HVAC.
prostitute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't work
What's the
out for
Yeah, I
me.
had to make sure them. Had to make that money, dude. Okay, somehow.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
dude. No, that's a
The
good
street-
job, dude. They make good money.
He
Oh
did
yeah.
not.
No, see, I was not a male prostitute. Okay. Sheesh, dude.
I don't know, dude. With
No,
that
I was
stash,
in
you could definitely pull
the
it off.
military for HVAC,
Oh,
so I
okay.
was
I
doing
didn't
that.
know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in it
So were you
for
doing it in different countries or what? Like when you were in Germany, did
yeah.
you do that?
Yeah, I did a little bit in Germany because I had to do reserve time. So sometimes I spend my time over there, and I do my HVAC stuff there. During COVID, I think it was, so we couldn't fly out, but I still had to do
Yeah.
my time. So they were just like, "Oh, just stay out over there in Germany." So
Oh,
I
you
just
were
did
in
it there.
Germany during COVID?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that, man. How was that?
It was crazy. You couldn't get out, dude.
It
You
was
had
crazy,
to
like everywhere else, man.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, they had police posted out, dude. You couldn't get out of the house. Like you couldn't walk out. You'll get pulled over. Like there was no, and they had the cop cars going around with their speakers and saying all
Yeah.
these German things. It was crazy, dude. It was like, oh fuck, dude.
That's
Dang,
crazy.
man,
Well, I
I couldn't even
remember-
go to the
locked down.
gym. I couldn't
I
even go to the
remember when
gym.
they told us the 2-week thing, like it was only going to be 2 weeks. Me and my wife, we went back to Chicago for those 2 weeks then, because we were like, oh, well, when neither one of us are going to be working for 2 weeks, we might as well go home and see family. So during
Yeah.
that during that 2 weeks and stuff, we went to my dad's, and my dad lives like a couple blocks from Midway Airport. So, like when we're sitting there chilling, having a bonfire in his backyard, you see the helicopters going over the city, like
Oh wow.
making sure everybody's in their making sure nobody's going out and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm like,
That's
damn, it's
crazy.
crazy. Honestly, that's why I liked living in Colorado during that time because you can still go to all the state parks and stuff at that point. Like,
Oh, really?
I see how
Yeah.
restricted and stuff other places were. I'm like, damn, dude.
I did not know
We
that.
got lucky, but
Oh no, and then that was like the time where our youngest was finally able to travel.
yeah,
Nope, it held our freaking traveling plans. We were planning on going to like Ireland, freaking all these other
damn.
places, and nope,
I know, dude.
had to
During
get
that time, I was looking at get my dual citizenship in Ireland, but they
Oh,
closed
yeah.
that down. Yeah, because that's where my
That's
nana was
right.
born then.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're Irish.
Yep.
I was gonna say
That's
the
Yeah,
crazy.
so
luck
I
of
think
the
they
Irish.
since reopened it. I would probably still go back and do that just to have, but
I still want to go. That's still a goal of mine.
oh, dude, I
Mhm.
want to go. My wife went
Oh
there.
yeah.
She went for a study abroad there, and she went during St. Patrick's Day, like for a spring
wow.
break, and but she was pregnant. So she's like, I'm at the Guinness
Mm.
Brewery right now on St. Patrick's Day in Ireland, and I can't even drink.
Oh wow.
Man.
That's just torture.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, man. My older daughter always says she's been to Ireland. It's like
That's funny.
because we just went to Mexico a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, it's your girl's first time out of the country, and then my older daughter's like, no, it's not. I've been to Ireland.
Ah, there you go.
It's
funny.
technicality.
That's funny. That's good though. She ain't lying.
Oh yeah,
She was there.
yeah, true.
That's awesome. But yeah, whenever I was over there, I couldn't travel, and we all had to make sure me and my wife had to make sure we got vaccinated before we could do anything. So that's whenever I was like, we're almost out of here. I got to go look
Oh,
look at stuff. I'm healthy. Let's just do it.
yeah.
Risked it. I risked it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
I
let's
had
do
to
it.
get it done when I was in the
Yeah,
Navy and everything.
the military had
They
to do it.
Are
yeah,
you guys
I
all
was in
military?
Spain.
Not that.
No,
Not Brian, but
that's
I was
it.
on deployment for
Me and
like 6
Brian.
months in Spain, and they shut down the country for like 3 or 4 times for 2 weeks at a time.
Damn,
And then like out at the smoke pits, we couldn't have more than 6 people out there. So like the people
damn.
like higher ups would be walking around and be like throwing a fit if we were out there. And then for a little bit, for it was only like a couple weeks they did it, but they would just walk into people's rooms that had their door open because
Yeah.
like you had a roommate and they'd be like, they just walk in there and be like, all right, you got a mask on. I'm like,
Oh
what
my
the hell? We're
god.
just sitting in our rooms, dude. But yeah,
Wow.
that part stuck. But when we got back to Mississippi, that's where I was stationed at. Like they didn't give a shit down there. Like Walmart was still
Yeah.
open, everything was still doing business as usual. So I was like, whatever.
It's like, come
Dude, I
on, guys.
remember Amazon had like sensors. Like if you were like too close to somebody, like it would start like flashing
Oh
and
wow.
stuff. Yeah,
Dang.
Like
like
6
they were.
feet away. 6
Yeah,
feet
exactly.
away.
That's
That's
funny.
funny. That's so crazy
Yeah, I
to
know
think.
everywhere is like taped off, and you have to make sure like you went a certain path. You couldn't like get out of that line. 6 feet. Take some steps forward. All right. Next. Like, sheesh, dude.
Dude, my older
Calm
daughter
down.
was in kindergarten at that time. Like, imagine a kid trying to do like school, like a kindergartner. Like, they're not going to learn anything online. Like,
Yeah.
luckily, she only had to do it like probably for like throughout the year. It was probably like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, where they had to go online. But I'm like, damn, dude, like that kid ain't gonna pay attention. You know, they're in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Exactly. They can't. No. They can't hold
Yeah,
that attention. Not even for a
exactly.
TV show, dude. They're gonna be out running around.
Yeah.
It's like, sheesh. So from growing up, was there anything like in particular, I guess, Oh, look at my camera's kind of being weird. Hang on. It's got
Yeah,
to
it's
zone in.
fogging out, man.
Not focused.
I don't know why it does that. But anyways, growing up, you said you were Irish. What kind of like things did y'all do?
Still am.
Well, I mean, yeah, grew up. Yeah, still are. It's like, well, I used to be Mexican. No.
Yeah, right.
But
I was
like, was there
Irish,
anything
man.
like, yeah, anything different you guys did like traditionally?
Let's see, drank.
Yeah.
No,
Same.
my dad's side's the big Irish side, but yes, they definitely could drink. But I'd say like my sister did Irish dancing, like even at her wedding.
Oh, wow.
Was it last year? Like she danced with her old teacher and stuff, so she can still do like a jig and all that stuff.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. My nana didn't make much Irish food because she's like
Just
Irish
a lot of
food's kind of
potatoes,
stuff.
huh?
Yeah, she made shepherd's pie. That was about it when it came
Yeah.
to food wise. But she always said Irish food sucked. Which I mean, it's all boiled and plain. But
Yeah.
breakfast wise, man, like was the best. Like she would get like Irish sausage, like Irish bacon, fried eggs, all that stuff, man. Like corned beef hash.
Yeah.
Dude, she used to like. I didn't like it, but she'd always get blood pudding and stuff too, like the little
Oh,
liver
no.
sausages. I'm not a fan of those, but that
Yeah,
was
no,
another
I'm not
thing.
either.
Yeah,
No,
I
somebody
mean,
was telling me
my
this
mom.
past
I
weekend.
don't know if my mom's Irish. She just did like an ancestry thing, and I think parts of it came back Irish, maybe. But
Okay.
she always made Irish soda bread. Like she made the best of Irish soda bread, which oddly enough, my nana I didn't think could make good Irish soda bread, and she was the one from Ireland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it
funny.
be sometimes,
Like,
dude.
what was that?
Said that's how it be sometimes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to somebody this weekend, and they were talking about like because they're Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
They were talking about these blood sausages that they do, and I was like, dude, that doesn't even sound good.
Yeah.
But then he showed me
No,
them or
dude,
whatever.
that's either a
Like,
love or hate thing. Like my
yeah.
brother ate them all the time, like my cousins, but man, I love sausage too, but no, that ain't for me.
So that's
Yeah.
that's crossing the line right there.
Then like
Heck yeah.
one of my uncles, he was in like an Irish folk band. Like
Oh,
like
wow.
like he did that in like the 80s at like Philly. So like when like during family parties and stuff, like you pull out the guitar, you'd be singing Irish songs and all that stuff. So it would honestly, some of the parties would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I
yeah. So
want to
like
hit one of them up.
my daughters, like we just went back to Chicago in November, and then some of my family from Ireland were there and stuff, and they were loving it because like the accent and all that stuff they do, the way they talk.
Oh yeah, I can see them giggling.
They were singing the Irish songs I sing to them. They were singing it to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. So along with being a personal trainer with a master's in exercise physiology, you're also, amongst other things, a stay-at-home dad. How was that, man?
Well, I mean, it's weird. Like I'm a stay-at-home dad with 3 jobs.
Right?
It's a weird thing. But in a way, it's like I do sometimes feel like a stay-at-home dad. Like I was like, because I always work night, even though I do the stay-at-home dad thing during the day. But right now I work at the Y. I do night shifts at Lowe's a couple days a week, and then I work at Stretch Lab during the day. But honestly, I would say the times where I was just doing like nights and like these girls weren't in school or anything, those were probably like those are like I appreciate the time I did have with the kids, but man, that could be very because it's like, man, you're only talking to kids during that time. You barely even communicate with adults. That could take a lot on you, you know. So
Oh yeah.
I'd say mentally that was probably the hardest during that period.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. In doing all that, do you have any advice for somebody who might be, pursuing college and maybe have a side job and have kids? What kind of advice would you give
No,
somebody to get through all that?
it's I would say it's possible, man. You can do it. Just
Yeah.
time management, communication with whoever your partner is at that time is going to be very key. And yeah, it's definitely possible. Like, if I did it, anybody can do it.
Just gotta
Oh
keep
yeah,
on keeping on, huh?
keeping on.
Exactly.
Yeah, you ain't lying though, dude. It does take a little toll on you because I was in Germany, being a stay-at-home dad, so there was like
Yeah.
not really many friends I could even be with because I mean they were
Yeah.
German. Like who am I gonna talk
Exactly.
to? Except for like
Exactly.
maybe some coworkers of Kelsey's. But it was just like, well, at the time it was just my oldest, and I was like, all right, you're my buddy, dude. So we were just
Yep.
I just
We're
talked
gonna
to
be
him
friends
like,
when
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
don't like it.
That's really what it is. Caught up
yeah,
on a lot of Disney stuff, a lot of the kids shows,
oh yeah.
and I'm like, man, like.
I
But
remember
it's
trying
like
to catch up on some Star Wars.
even being like a young parent and stuff. It's like you like the other people your age. Some of them don't even have kids or anything yet. So it's like
Mhm.
you don't even connect
True,
on that level much.
Yeah.
very
Where it's
true.
like, yeah, dude, I want to hang out, but I'm also have to watch my 2 kids and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, but definitely good information, man. Especially like kind of making sure we balance everything. No matter what we do, is like it's balance.
Yeah.
Like I know
Yeah.
we have our time where we had to work. We have our time where it's our family time.
Mm-hmm.
oh
We
yeah,
also need that time for ourselves where we can just kind of like just have our little mental kind of gathering. Because I know for
exactly.
sometimes like even handling the kids or talking to the wife, trying to make sure everything's going right and been dealing with jobs.
Yep.
Stepping aside and just being like at the gym even. If this is my
Mm-hmm.
workout
Dude,
time,
honestly,
I'm freaking
but dude,
getting
like
it in.
especially the Y, like where we're at. That's why like even some of the older people and stuff, it's like, hey, that's your social time. A lot of the dads
Mm-hmm.
there, that's their
Yeah.
social time and stuff. So, like, I mean, yeah, you always hear people like, oh, you do more talking than you are lifting. Well, hey, for them, that's their communication with adults for the day. Like,
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
true.
so
That's
if
true.
I got to stop my set for 10 minutes or add extra 10 minutes to my workout, whatever, as long as like that person got a social interaction for the day, and I did too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, dude. It's been awesome.
Absolutely.
Definitely,
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It was nice
we
meeting you
learned a
other two
lot
there,
about you.
AJ and Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
It's
we'll
nice.
probably have a circle back and do a little deeper dive into like the way you train and everything like that. I'd
Oh
be
yeah,
more interested in learning more about that and
definitely, dude.
everything.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, man. I'll be happy to.
Yeah, the goal for the podcast right now is, talking to our guests, trying to find different journeys that people are going through, but still finding ways to still stay active.
Absolutely.
Because, a bunch of America finds ways to not, too busy in the day, too busy doing this, or, I don't know what to do. Well, hey, everybody's busy, bro. That's part of life.
Get off your
You
ass.
still
Exactly.
got to find them.
Yeah.
Get off your ass. Get going. That's right.
I
Let them
mean, it
know,
is
AJ.
like the hardest thing is to create a new habit, man. Because we're
Yep.
such creatures of habit, like people are, and like your body does what makes it comfortable, and it's a lot easier to sit down and rest than it is to like work, like and get up
100%.
and
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
like I mean, even
Just making
like,
that
dude, you
first
see
move,
my
though.
workout. My workouts, dude, I'm in and out in like 45 minutes, like lifting wise, because some days that's all I have.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, basically,
That's
you
true.
got to get it in. It doesn't have to be the 2 hours in the gym all the time. If you move for
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes, that will make all the difference in the world in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yep.
Get your ass up. Get going. Making that first move. Right, Brian?
Yeah,
Right,
AJ,
Brian?
get
We were
off your
talking about
ass.
this.
Dude, I went today. You woke up late. Don't talk to me about it.
I
I was
got
about to
off.
say,
I
we
got up
talked about
though.
this earlier in the week.
Yep.
Or was it yeah, it was last week. You finally got going. Smooth selling.
Oh
As soon
yeah.
as you get going though,
yeah.
that's the hardest part is just to get up. But once you get
Mhm.
up, start moving,
How-
boom, you're on
Brian and AJ, how do you guys train?
I do really whatever Omar tells me to, but I do more of like a like power building kind of thing, I guess. Have
Oh, nice.
heavy squat, bench, and deadlift, and then do like accessory work after that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, Omar, I've seen you train all the times.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I was gonna say we do the similar thing right now. Brian,
I'm just way
he's more
stronger.
interested. Well, go ahead, Brian. What do you like to do usually? What about you?
I'm probably
I
the
don't know,
strongest
man.
one here.
Omar puts up some weight, man. Omar
Well,
does put up
yeah.
some.
I'm just trying to hang in there right now. But I pretty much I don't really do a whole lot of heavy lifting. I like more doing reps and trying to get toned up and ripped up. But I've been more so lately trying to add some more weight and lifting heavier.
Okay. He's getting
Hell
there.
yeah.
Not where I'm
Yeah.
at. He's never gonna get there. You can keep trying.
Hey,
I
man,
can
certain
dream.
things, that's when you
There you
get
go.
there,
There you go. But
They're
all
just
right,
shorter
Kiernan.
than me, so they get. I mean, the only thing they
Yep.
got me
See, and
on
he's
is the
got
legs.
like
So
1
they're
inch on me.
shorter and
Whatever,
closer
dude.
to the ground than I am, so it makes my
Whatever,
job
dude.
just a little bit
As
harder.
always,
But
still beat you up.
so.
anything else, I got you, man. Well, I guess now it's upper body, which is weak, but I got him.
Yes. Yes. Dude, I'm trying to
Yes.
get. Okay, we got to talk about this another time because we got to get off here. But I've been trying to get AJ to become a WWE wrestler or referee. Okay.
I thought you were gonna tell him to be a fan, man. I was gonna say there's no better weekend than this weekend being the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Royal Rumble, dude. Royal Rumble.
Dude, a referee would be a great job, though, man.
Oh yeah. He's refing.
That'd
Well,
be
he refs
awesome.
the little leagues right now.
Yeah.
But man, you can see
what
he's
do you
got
do?
in him.
You do indie wrestling?
No, he does the.
No, dude, like little league wrestling for like actual wrestling for like little kids and stuff.
Oh,
He said
okay,
actually
gotcha.
wrestling.
I thought
Shots
you were all doing
fired.
it
So I
on
said-
Shots fired.
the local
He
bar or
said
something.
actual wrestling.
Yeah, seriously,
no,
dude.
no. Like
You
actual,
want
like,
to see
collegiate
what
wrestling.
actual wrestling is, boy?
You don't wrestle that fake
You
stuff.
want
He
to
said.
try this?
Do they have
That's
indie
rude.
wrestling out here even? In Colorado Springs?
Yeah, I looked it up because I was
They
thinking
do?
about joining one of them. Remember I was telling you about it. I was like, dude, we need to sign up for one of these classes, dude. Become
Dude,
a
let's
tag
do it.
team.
I was gonna say, let's do a tag team, dude. We can do it.
Yeah. Dude, I
Hell
can
yeah,
make it.
man.
I can do it.
Dude,
I
I
talk
would be
shit to these
happy
guys
just
all the
performing
time.
at the local bar, man.
That's what we got to do.
I ain't mad at that. Me too.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll come watch for sure.
AJ's
Yeah.
gonna be singing. AJ's gonna do the national anthem for us.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now that dude still owes us a TikTok dance.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm not doing a fucking TikTok dance.
You're doing it,
That
dude.
dude's a
A deal's a
coward.
deal. You got to
That
go
dude's
through
a
on your bet.
coward.
Show me the clip where I said I do it.
Oh, I'm
Coward.
gonna distribute that out soon. It's gonna happen.
We're putting on AJ on blast, dude. It's time to put AJ on blast and just let the people know he's a
Be like,
coward.
Yes, sir.
I tore my meniscus.
Yeah,
Okay. No excuse, dude.
I'm not gonna say what you tore live on chat here.
Oh.
Hey guys, but
What?
I think we all know what he tore.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely have to have you back on here, man, so we can BS and talk some more wrestling and, more working out and actually, dig down onto the programming and stuff and see
Absolutely.
how you
Yeah.
train your people and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Oh
Appreciate
yeah,
you,
man.
dude.
Do,
Okay.
do a review of the Royal Rumble, dude, on Sunday or Saturday.
Oh yeah, gonna have to live it.
We do need
Hell
to do
yeah,
something
man.
like that. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kiernan.
Cheers.
You have a great one, brother.
Cheers.
You
Hell.
guys,
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. Appreciate you having on.
Cheers.
Yeah, whatever.
Latoral Fitness. Cheers.